been filming all day. I really don't want to talk. I've been live for like 4 hours since 9 o'clock.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, we're live.
Shit. How do I hear my own voice? Wow, great job, Hal. They just closed some Hal calls. All right. Let me see if I can see the chat. Is the screen clear or no? Or is it blurry?
It's a little blurry.
Why?
Do you have your settings set on StreamYard to 1080p?
I think so. How do I know?
Go to StreamYard and then you
Just
can
full definition. Well, that's my camera. What about screen share definition? Screen share. For screen share, there's not a 1080 HP.
I think you have to do it before you go on.
Oh. Is the screen clear? Is the screen clear? Clarity has been bad since the last changes David made. Well, I don't know. I'm just an outsider. You closed 60% in Micron. Great job. Powell just said stock prices appear fairly highly valued. So the market's going to go up another 20 points from here. Or another 20% from here, I should say. All right, looks clear. Good. Well, the market's going to go straight up from here. Powell just said stock prices appear fairly highly valued. He sounds like some of the talking heads y'all hear. All right. Not when to do. Volume is low. Sorry, I got a different mic because I've been filming podcasts, interviews, all that stuff all day. Everyone wants a piece of the action now that you hit the 7-figure mark. All right, let's hide that. Big Bear RDW popping from the option pit. BLDP. Oh, yeah, Joby too. Joby. All right. We should be good. Let me know. Is anyone new here? Can you post link in one click? Probably not. Anyone new here? Any of the newbies here? Stocks only go up. Duh. Fairly new. Welcome. All right, so let's do a little overview of the day. What a day, huh? What a day. 2 days in a row. And I was supposed to be out yesterday, but if I stayed out, they were going to have Graham try to come on and do some stream. And I said, no way. Market's too good to have you hear some stream. All right, so we're at 62. That's not bad. So let's go. Sep 23rd, sentiment check. So we're at fear, greed, some TSM, more TSM calls, huh? It's the second order of TSM. Did they whack these pretty big this morning? Third order TSM calls. Wow. That's ahead of Micron earnings. So some more TSM calls hitting. All right. So we're at 61 fear, greed. So if you're new, you're going to do the opposite of what everyone else is telling you to do. You're going to be a contrarian, and you'll be amazed of how easy it is to make money in the market. when you bet against the herd. You will be mind blown. All right, so let's do a sentiment check. What are the talking heads telling you to do? What did they tell you to do yesterday? We'll get into all the live trading towards the end, closer to the closing bell, just so we can fully isolate the events. Am I still holding WBD? Well, you see 44% down there, don't you? I think you do. Make it big so you can see. All right. Powell is saying the market is highly fairly valued. Yeah. So that means stocks are going to go higher, because if Powell says the market's overvalued, it's undervalued. Pullback. Oh, no. Are they still calling for a pullback? Did they get the pullback yesterday? And what happened? What happened yesterday? Market ripped in their face. They missed all the move, and now they're going to miss more of the move. Pullback. What else? What else? Be careful. Oh, God. All right. Be careful. So same thing. They said be careful weeks ago, and what happened? We'll get into all the trades, gang. Micron, King Hal here in a little bit. What else? This is very important because you need to. Powell spoke. Does that matter? Absolutely not. Powell was speaking last week, and they told you not to trade, and it was the best week ever. Powell says markets are fairly valued. What else? Overstretched. Rip up later in the day. Probably right. All right, so they're still fearful. So I would say, summarize it, still fearful. What's that, 2 weeks now, or last 2 to 3 weeks? AKA missing the entire rally. All right, so if you missed the rally, I will give you bad news. The easy money was already made. Let's be honest. Too far from the 8-day moving average. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Too far from the 8-day moving average. Wow. I think I've heard it all now. No VWAP thrown in there? Throw VWAP in there and you'll have the beginner's toolkit mixed in there, right? All right. So if you're looking at moving averages, VWAP, or what Powell is saying, you are being a sheep and you are playing reactive. Our goal is to be what, gang? Proactive. That's right. We want to be proactive. So Roger is saying that when the stock is overextended for how long? 3 weeks now? 4 weeks now? And they've missed the whole move to the upside, haven't they? Proactive. Chris in Hawaii says, talking heads say, be cautious. I'm up 25% on my positions for the week. Perfect. I love it. Jason says, how to make money. Observe what the masses are doing and do the opposite. Exactly. Spot on. Spot on. You guys know the drill. And girls. Contrarian rules, yes. All right, so let's look at some stonks real quick, and then we'll get up to the flow. So first, let's address the elephant in the room, and that is Warner Brothers. Why? Because what are we playing for in Warner Brothers? Starts with a B and ends with an out. Buyout. Right? So we did see some calls last week, and we actually saw some calls on the penny option scanner. These are the ones I started doing, but I actually did higher I did the 20s, 18s. So instead of the 16s, I did the 18s. So WBD is a buyout. And now Netflix is a potential bidder for WBD. So I do love WBD. Calls are up about 44% right now from last week. So doing good. But let me see if I could pull out the penny scanner. Here we go. Because we saw some WBD calls just hit, actually. The OCT23s. So the rumor of the deal, so these are all obviously hedges because these happened last week and they're out the money. So the rumor of the deal is somewhere in the mid, I think it was 20 to 23. So I'm just going to say with Netflix getting involved, 22 to 23, in my opinion. And that's just my opinion. I also noticed that, and they could have spread this rumor just to get a bigger deal. But if you have the news flow scanner, which you all should have, they just bought some puts in Paramount. So they just bought some puts in Paramount too. So if Paramount buys WBD, Paramount, they're buying these puts as a hedge. Paramount should move lower, WBD should move up. So very good. And if you notice too, Netflix has been lagging because it's not in that media landscape. Fox has been strong too. Christian, I think you have audio on because I could hear you in the background. So WBD, very, very good. Hoo-hoo, ha-rah. Hopefully we get a bet buyout soon. And be on the lookout for some more calls. Let's go over another name, INQ. Remember, they still have those October. We saw some calls yesterday, right before the close. They had some news this morning. They bought the October 100s yesterday. Oh my God, I didn't see that. What? And remember, they bought the October 80s on September 16th. And what happened to the stock? It was $60 and now it's $73. So they bought those October 80 calls, I think around 220 because I bought them and then I already sold them. And those are now almost $6. So those moved up quite a lot. I would not be shocked to see IONQ at $80 for October. So if we do get a pullback, which I seriously doubt we do, I'd love to buy some October 80s, but I don't think we get a pullback. So probably just got to chase if you want to play. Again, easy money. I hate saying it, but already made. Yes, Jimmy, the Kimmel is back, but Sinclair is blocking him. So I would avoid Disney. I did very well in Disney puts. When was this? The 18th, and the next day Disney was down, that $319,000 put buyer. This was here, and Disney cracked. So they have been buying lots of Disney puts, which obviously, if you know, the media landscape has been, very good. Very, very good for Disney puts because, yeah, if you know, you know. If you don't, I won't get into politics. So very good there. Micron will go over closer to the market close. INQ is down. No, it's up. It's up 50 cents. If you're looking at intraday stuff, I would highly, highly avoid that because intraday you're going to get chopped up. So I would not look at intraday stuff because you will get too tight. And remember, you want to widen your point of view, not look at the little intraday fluff. Serve would be a great trade if they bought in the money calls or out the money calls. These are $3 in the money, so I don't like them. All right. Let's see what else. What else do you guys have for us today? There's a very large put order. Plus, is it a pump and dump? What stock, Patty? I always like my How. Oh yeah, How. Sorry, How was a monster. How was a monster. Took profits in How. I tried buying 500 calls actually earlier today, but I didn't get filled. I only got filled on I think 10, and then I had an interview, so I could not look at it. And then when I was driving, got filled at 170. So did good in King How. I would love to load up on King How if we get a fade later in the day. But King How was a monster trade. This is not what you see every day. 1.2 million in November 25s. They bought 10,000 of them. Now there's 34,000 traded. So this must have caught the attention of the street. And that's why we took profits at 30%. But yeah, that's a huge bet. So you see the rotation today into energy, right? Energy rotation, and then healthcare was yesterday. Pfizer, Teva. Pfizer's got a new GLP-1 drug. Looks like they're working on. So very, very good. And then some high flyers, if you like small stocks, BLDP, monster. BLDP was a little monster in that one. And then Plug had a nice move too. But beware of pump and dumps. Open Door is officially a dump. Their stock promoter is trying to get Drake to promote the stock. He's been outside Drake's house. I just did an interview talking about it, but Open Door is officially in the dump phase. So if you're in it, you're dumb long, you'll probably see $6 soon at Open Door. It's officially gone dumped. The stock promoter came out and he's basically dumping. So just a heads up if you're an Open Door, it's officially in the dump phase. The pump and dump is over. Core, seeing some puts. I would not short anything this strong. Obviously not. Oh, and RDW too. If you're in the option pit, call this one out. RDW had a nice buy signal. Short squeeze play. Devin looking good too. How much time? Any WBD could be whenever. Obviously, I don't know, but I would guess any day, or usually buyouts happen on the weekend. So hopefully by the weekend, hopefully that would be ideal. Hopefully by the weekend. 75% return in 20 minutes ago. Nice. Would you play puts and open? Not really. Just the puts are too expensive. Vol's too expensive. If I had to trade it in Open Door, I would sell bear call spreads. Because if you look at the puts, the stock's down 10%. The puts for November are up 11, 15, 13%. So the puts are barely moving because volatility is coming out. If you get a stock down 10%, you want to make like 5x on your puts. You just can't because it's implying almost a $3 move for October. It's implying like a 15% move for this week. They really can't, unless you get a full liquidation. ONDS slamming these. ONDS slamming these. Monster. ONDS, I am slamming these big. One? No. ONDS. Oh, I gotta big my screen. Slamming these. Don't even know what the company is. ONDS. Don't even know what it is. Slamming them. Monster. ONDS. Monster. Monster. I'm gonna buy common too. Monster. ONDS. Monster. Get the news flow scanner. Christian will drop a link. Monster. Monster. ONDS. Monster. I don't even know what it is. Don't even know what it is, but I love it. Monster order. You're basically playing one-on-one with stock. Monster. Monster play. If you need the news flow scanner, get it. Christian, drop a link. I just bought shares too. Wow. You don't see that every day. Wow. All right. Let's get into how you can buy the news flow scanner. Holy mackerel. That's what I love. Wow. Woo. All right. We'll get Micron towards the close. We'll go over it. Let me see if I could grab the screen. All right. We're going to tell you how to get the news flow scanner. Buckle up, baby. Big boys, big girls only. Y'all are crushing it lately. I love it. This is the greatest thing. I love it so much. If you need the news flow scanner, Christian, drop a link. If not, stick around. We'll go over ONDS here towards the close as well with Micron. But we got to get into the slide deck. Why? Because they make me. And if not, I don't want to get fired. All right. So y'all are crushing it lately. I love it. Michael, 25K from the scanner. BM&R, 350%. QBTS, 44%. Exxon, 44%. BM&R, 87%, 13K. Woo! Oklo, 75%. Big Bear, 53%. QBTS, 9%. I like those Bristol Myers too. Christian, do you want to take it away, my friend? If you have the news flow scanner, you know the trade, gang. You have to get the news flow scanner. We made how much money